I'm going to start screen share right now because I kind of have a lot of things on the agenda. I'm just going to go through the stuff, and by golly, again, if you have a question, put it in the chat area and I'll answer it, but we'll have some time afterwards to chat about any particular things. So instead of a PowerPoint, being a web guy, I just created one web page, and so everything, I'm just going to scroll down this web page to the various things we're going to talk about. There we go. Anyway, and so I want to talk about things kind of with, again, thinking specifically of the environment that we're in now and communicating with our customers, because it was very interesting for me the first really week or so how some of my customers right away contacted me and say, hey, I need to, to put a note on my website. But I was shocked how many did not. And this was kind of reaffirmed to me in that webinar that I talked about that I joined from a different marketing firm that said the same thing. It's like, hey, when stuff is going on, you got to put stuff on your website, especially when businesses are closed, when somebody can't physically come to you. Your website that's kind of the face of your company. And so a few things that are kind of interesting. So website announcements or pop-up windows, basically, like I mentioned here, the website's always got to have clear, accurate, up-to-date info, especially in times of crisis or confusion. And so too many people build a website and then we kind of forget about it. We never look at our own website. And so we kind of don't even realize if we have old information on there. But anyway, in particular things, putting notes or stuff like that. So one of the first people that contacted me, I built a website for Newark Urgent Care. So obviously they're pretty involved in this whole thing. And so they basically, we just added this announcement right on it. And so, put something right there, especially if even it's going to be temporary. And so another one that wanted an announcement was similarly quite affected, Delaware Elder Law Center. So they just wanted me to they wanted to put a note that they're open. That's what this says here. So their website right now has this, and it's been this way since this thing started 3.5, 4 weeks ago. They put this note here, and what it is, it's a link so that somebody can click on it and it goes to a page with whatever details they have. Now in this case, they really haven't changed it. But this would be a page that would be simple for you to change on your own website. And so that as things go on, and I, some people are changing it constantly, others really don't have a need for that. So just a link to something that you can put some good up-to-date information. And again, think of it not just for this crisis, but in general. Maybe you have even a new product. Hey, put an announcement there for a while, because that's the particular thing that you might be selling at that time. So the next thing is kind of making it even more impactful is a pop-up window. I've always hated pop-up windows, and I really had never looked into them much until the last few months, when a couple of my customers says, hey, I'd like to have a pop-up window. And so on the Schilling Douglas School of Hair Design, they have a lot of audiences, and it's really important that they communicate. They have their students, they have prospective students, and they also do hairstyling for people that come into their student salon. And so they need to tell all these people if they're open, closed, or whatever. So initially, we put notes, COVID-19 with a link to a page, and this note, okay, due to the disease, the student salon is closed, admin staff is open, they're doing distance education. So we added to make it stand out more, we added a pop-up window. And this pop-up window that they've got kind of talks to each of their different ones. So the window opens up and boom, right in your face, so you can't miss it. Their most important target audience is getting new students. So don't wait on your future. And again, a pop-up has always got to be real simple. And it's always got to be easy. People can always click right out of it if they don't want it. But the prospective students, boom, right away, a call to action. So if they click on this, request guided tour, it goes to their form so that they can, collect the information and get things going with them. So it says, it starts the process as if nothing had ever happened. So going back to the home page, if we weren't a prospective student, then the current students. This is the second most important people to tell them, hey, what's going on? So for the student, and it also says that the salon is closed. So for student updates, it goes to another, again, a general page that Victor hasn't updated in a while, but he could at any time if there's changes. And he could even have previous updates. So this could be like really a general news page. And so another example of a pop-up window, and kind of one that we're all familiar with, is this is my own website, Local Results Now, where I talk about the video marketing that I do and mobile apps that I offer. Well, I put an example one on here, so that on this site, boom, it opens up a pop-up window. Here's a discount that I'm offering. In this case, it's a timely thing due to the business slowdown. I need money, and so I'm offering a discount. So a pop-up window is often offer a discount, ask to join my newsletter. So see details. And in this case, it goes to, in this case, it's just going to a page that talks about okay, the link's not working. Basically, that talks about the particular package that I'm offering. Another pop-up window, and again, another more standard one, is on my Wilmington, Delaware directory website, where all of you guys, many of you already have a listing here, but you can add your listing here for free. It's Wilmington, Delaware directory. So on this one, I put a pop-up to basically to sign up. I'm giving away a free PDF in effect. Request this. Just have to fill out your name, email, organization, submit, and then you get added to my list, and you get a thank you for doing that. So those are. So again, I don't like pop-ups, but by golly, they are effective. And especially if it's something that the prospective visitor is gonna like, then it's gonna be worthwhile. So in line with that is call to action. The pop-ups obviously are a big call to action, but this is something that many of our websites, if you look at your own website, you want to look at the home page in particular, but every page should really have a call to action. In other words, somebody came to your website, you need to guide those people to what you want them to do. First, we'll take a look at an example. Sightline events. This is for a local DJ in the area, my friend Steve. So what I'm talking about here is just looking at his homepage. And home pages these days is kind of like a mini website. It's okay, they either want him for a wedding or an event. And so they come down the page, and so we have buttons. Okay, which are you looking for, wedding or event? That's the next call to action. Photo booth is like, okay, I offer this, here's the details. And once we get to that page, on that page will be, okay, call us or fill out a form for information. Same thing with his different service areas. And so we right away get to what people are looking for. And then reviews, something that I put on every one of my sites. I try to put some reviews on the home page, and then they can click through to more reviews to check out more reviews. And then really on the bottom of that page, it should be, okay, you've seen our reviews, now contact us. But keep in mind your website's got goals, and it could have a number of goals: collecting contact info, sell an item right then and there, just motivate somebody to come into your location, to schedule a service, get more details so they're more likely to buy. A lot of different reasons. So that's the website in general, but each page has a goal as well. And we need to make it easy for the visitor. In other words, we have to hold their hand and bring them to what they're effectively looking for, but we don't want them to get sidetracked. We want them to end up taking an action. Another one of my customers, Rock Roofing Company. So on his homepage, right away, boom, request free estimate. Okay, that's going to get them to take action. In this case, we're reminding them we do both residential and commercial, photos and details. Well, once they get to that page, again, we'll put a call to action there too. Emergency roof repairs. Okay, well, contact us. I've been in business this long. Okay, let's see more details. And so the homepage, you're usually trying to guide them to click more and stay on your site. The longer they stay on your site, the better. and of course, customer testimonials. And even if we don't know if they're real, we love reading them, and they make a big difference. Here's another one. This is a fun website, Paradise on the Beach. I happen to have this this client in Jamaica. They have a guest house, so if you need a quiet place in Jamaica, check this place out. But anyway, so on their website again, see the rooms. So we're guiding them. That'll get them closer to taking action. See the attractions in the area. That's going to make them more excited about coming down. See reviews. So for any of these, if I click on reviews on that page, I often put, even if you don't have like at the bottom of your page, you know, leave us a review, contact us. I always put a sidebar, which I think is really helpful, because this way your phone number's right there. They can just click on it or call you. Facebook, if they want to interact with you, email. So it's kind of the easy way to get that. And even in this case, we put a payment thing so she can take a deposit and stuff like that. So again, anything you can do to guide the people. Landing pages, and this is again something that I'm not going to spend much time on this now, but this is specific pages that are kind of, they can be independent of your regular website. So if you do a pay-per-click campaign, Facebook ads, even regular Facebook posts, or anything to get people to your site, you might be talking about one particular aspect. You might talk about an individual product or service. Well, when somebody clicks on that, instead of going to like your home page, which talks about everything, or even a page that has a number of your products on it, you want to do something specific for that. So again, for Schilling Douglas School of Hair Design, a landing page that we created for their pay-per-click ads, because they do a lot of pay-per-click ads. So you don't see navigation to the other pages. You don't get distracted by other things. It's just, look, I'm here for cosmetology program, or they have a different one for barbering page. They have a different one for nail technology. That's what I'm here for. Get answers now. So right away, call to action, fill out my form, see a video. It's just a very brief page. That's all that's on it. But we just want them to take the next step, or call us if they want to call us. So landing pages, that's something that we can make a lot more use of that than we do. All right. Google My Business is one of my, I call it one of my specialties, because I always tell people I'm a Google specialist. But Google My Business is great because we all want to be on the first page of Google. Well, Google My Business is what can you get there, it also known as Google Maps. For example, power washer in Middletown, Delaware. I have a client in Middletown that does power washing. And so if we do a Google search for power washer in Middletown, Delaware, like a lot of people start out with, the first things that appear are the paid ads. So that's the best way to guarantee yourself to be on there. But they can cost a lot of money, maybe $2 or $3 more per click. Right below that is the Google Maps, really 3-pack. And this is where you would love to be, because even if I can't get your website on the first page of Google because it's very difficult. Now in this case, I think I did. Here's Andy's, his Facebook page he got on there. Also, I did get him on the home page, but you'll see the organic results. The first listings are all directories: Yelp, Home Advisor, Angie's List, and so it's hard to compete with these big, huge players. Getting in the in this Google area is huge, and this is one free thing that Google does that's really worthwhile. I'm just going to click on his little thing because he's got a bunch of reviews, which helps him get up there. And so once you get used 26 Google reviews, people love that. So they're going to read the reviews, which he just has to scroll down. He got all 5-star reviews. And he did a really good job because he replies to the reviews, which is really cool. And that helps you again in the area. And then of course, there's a link right to your website. So boom, people can get to your website from there. So again, to get onto the first page of Google, we're competing with those paid results, any other listings in Google Maps. But if we get more reviews, we can get higher in that ranking and hopefully be in that 3-pack. Of course, the organic results are difficult. I'm going to skip down here to, for myself, web designer. If I put Wilmington web designer, it's even if I did a good job like I did, it's hard for me to appear because they're very geocentric. So it's going to show downtown Wilmington. So as an example, I did Pike Creek web designer. And so I do come up in the first three listings there. So this is where you want to be for Google. And I'm going to skip this so we can get down to another item. Okay. Another thing, and the reason I'm bringing this up now, so email marketing, CRM, which is customer relationship management, marketing automation, these are all terms that some of us use some of these products. It all started with the very basic stuff is email and newsletters. In particular, Constant Contact, MailChimp, Aweber, GetResponse, there's just a million of them. MailChimp is kind of the big guy at the moment. But you would use these for an email campaign. Basically, this is where you put your list. So when you add people to your list, you put them right into one of these systems, and it's kind of your spreadsheet, your database. And once they're on your list, it makes it easy to send out individual emails or send out emails to groups of the people on the list. And so that was the first step, because even with those, you can send out maybe a newsletter if you have a newsletter. But the next step up was adding marketing automation, or what they call these CRM, customer relationship management. The big names, of course, the one is that large companies use Salesforce. That might cost hundreds or more dollars per month. HubSpot is another very, very, very popular one. Again, there's a number of these different ones, and so I've always resisted these because, again, I'm an individual solopreneur. So I figured, well, I don't have too many people on my list. I can do it manually. But then I wanted to find something. Okay, let me find the best one that can actually be useful for a sole entrepreneur or somebody that's got a very small staff. So the idea is that basically it takes less of your time to do this management, and you can make things automatic. In particular, stuff like a drip campaign, where once somebody gets on your list, okay, you can send them out a series of emails. So again, that combines the regular email marketing with marketing automation. And so I've basically found the one. I spent some time doing research and found the one that I like the most. It's ActiveCampaign, because they have kind of a lower price point, but they offer all the bells and whistles. And so this is something that I'm kind of starting to roll out because I'm still learning it myself. But I kind of just wanted to mention, if you have questions, ask me. But eventually I'll be. This is a page that's on my website now. It talks about basically I've partnered with ActiveCampaign, and so you can, if you click on my link, you get the same price that I got, but I can help you out a little bit. And actually, I have a personal representative that I would introduce you to, and he would help you set up. But some of the tools: subscription forms, email marketing, marketing automation. You can do drip campaigns. You can actually use text messaging, which I like because people don't respond as much to emails anymore. And then another thing is just keeping track of where all your contacts are in your series of correspondence with them, especially if they haven't become a customer, how to get them to be customers. And so. Again, on my website, there's information about this plan. And let's see, since we're kind of towards the end of our time, I haven't checked and see if anybody's done any comments, but I'm gonna, so there's my information. There I am. I'm a superhero, if you didn't know that. That's O negative, man, because I donate blood. I'm going to take it off screen share and go back to regular meeting. Okay. All right. Here's look at all the people here. So anyway, did I look at the chat area? Yeah. Okay. Christian says I only have audio. Cool. Rick Redmond, do you have suggestions for inexpensive CRM that works smoothly with Outlook 365? Most of these CRMs integrate with a number of things. I'd have to check on there's a good chance, since Outlook 365 is a big player. But yeah, if nothing else, you'd be able to import contacts and things like that. Catalina, good to see you. And Dr. Akmanda, nice to see you. At any rate, so yeah, Eric has a question. Do you think people view pop-ups differently when it's content related to the website versus an ad for something? Right, and that's, I would console that if you figure that there's a good chance, if your target audience is largely going to be interested, then it's good. But right, if I put on my web design website, if I put an ad for selling like a related service, like even my email marketing system, that's too little of my audience, and so that'll turn people off. And so, yeah, I've always been afraid of turning people off. But hey, if it's, if I'm offering a discount on my own services, then they're going to be even happier. So, or if I'm giving them something for free. If a pop-up has a reason, then it's good. Eric, would you like to comment on that?
Yeah, it's just kind of like what you said, like a specific pop-up for like this coronavirus stuff, like, hey, like alerting them, hey, go to our page, or here's the latest information, versus, here's a new tool that I have that I want you all to buy. Just because I've always been afraid of pop-ups the same way, but just as you mentioned, with something content specific might be a little different.
Right. So what I'm figuring is out now that, for people that have doing pop-ups, or if I put it on a site, I might not always have a pop-up, but maybe periodically, or, even for a certain time period, even for a month, maybe, to offer something. It's not a bad idea. All right. I'm not going to give you time to introduce yourselves, but I'm just going to mention that some of the people that I see on this call are Kimberly from, used to be in Fortune Group with me a long time ago. She does bookkeeping work. I see Lauren is here. She owns or owned. Do you currently still own a salon?
Yes, I own Cielo Salon and Spa.
All right, and, downtown Wilmington.
Yes, and you also work with John Thomas at Corporate Resource.
That's right. Yeah. Yep. So I think you probably referred me to him, even though I never built your site. I built his site.
Yes, exactly.
So
and actually, I'm here for both looking at mine and looking to do some improvements on his.
And
the ideas good. I think are very good, because that's one thing that even I don't have is the pop-up, again, like everybody else, being a little bit afraid of doing it. I guess my question would be video. Is that another way to improve search results?
Actually, it is, because Google knows that people like videos. And so if there's a video on your site, it helps. But video it's good for a number of reasons. And so people watch a video. So if you put a video on your home page, people will click on it. If it's like 30 seconds, especially if it's 30 seconds or less, boom, it's like a no-brainer. If it's 2 minutes, they'll be like, oh, that's too much time. But video is good for a number of reasons. So yeah, I create marketing videos that are like, basically it's like a TV ad. But yeah, I'm glad that you're on for him, because he's typical of most of my clients. Like I said earlier, we kind of ignore our websites, and they'll get in touch with me if there's either a problem, or you'll say, oh my God, I'm not getting any contacts, and it might be, well, when we put a pop-up ad or something like that.
And that is the reason I'm on, and you will definitely be getting a call from us because of those things.
Very cool. Okay, so real quickly, Joe Bukartek, that's Coach Joe, a running buddy of mine. He happens to be a life coach, and he helps people with all sorts of all different things. Got my man Richard Redman. Rick, he's a business consultant. I call him a business consultant. That's the overall thing, especially on the financial side to businesses. Next on my screen is Eric McCollum. He's my CPA, good friend from Fortune Group and the Chamber of Commerce. If you have any questions about getting money from the government, or your accountant hasn't helped you, you want to get in touch with Eric, because he's got the info. He and his firm they took it upon themselves right away to specialize in learning how to help small businesses, get some money if it's owed to them.
In fact, Ray, we need to talk later today. So
yeah, because there's an update every 5 minutes, right?
Yep.
All right, I appreciate that.
So.
Okay. Hey, so who do I see on my screen that's known as Galaxy S8?
Donna Chen.
Say that again.
Hello? Donna Chen.
Donna, all right. Good to see you. Yeah, we're just finishing off her website right now. Massage. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Oh.
Yep.
We'll have the grand opening very soon. Next on my screen is Dr. Rakmanda. That is the Reading Clinic. She's both a nonprofit and a profit. And so, yeah, you should probably have something on your website letting people know, even if, people might assume, well, they're open, they're not open. You got to tell people because we don't know. We're going to assume the wrong thing. And then I have Catalina. She's an interpreter, and she can help businesses, schools with interpreting, translation, stuff like that. She's got a very cool website, and she just recently put a note on her website to help her clients. Also, Victor David, again, the owner of Schilling Douglas School of Hair Design. He's been doing the online distance learning with all of his students. And he can't wait to get them back in there and open up the student salon again. And then without a photo, Christian Tulin, I guess, is still here. Yeah.
I'm here, Ray.
Yeah.
Hello.
Tell us about what you're up to.
Well, earlier, the reason I didn't sign on is because I've been very busy this morning. I had a couple requests for proposals. Our company handles building health, safety, that type of thing. We're very active with air duct cleaning programs, mostly in hospital school systems. Right before U of D shut down, I had a big project that was starting to run over there. But luckily I got a call from the Historical Society this morning for one of the buildings down in Dover. So even though I showered, I did not brush my hair. So I wasn't...
that's the thing. Okay. Okay.
Well, I guess I can definitely come in here. So it's not
very
that bad.
good.
I'm sorry. I'm twisted up in a knot.
Thanks for sharing. Yeah.
Thanks, Ray. It was I appreciate the presentation. It was very informative.
Wow. Cool. Anyway, feel free to email me, call me, whatever. But I'm going to do it in a form of a blog post so you can share with anybody that you know. And so this is, I'll let you know if I'm going to do any of these in the future. But that's all for now. Thank you for joining me in the beer room. And you're all free to, once this is over, come on over and have a cup of coffee or a beer. Anyway, take care.
That's good. Thank you, Ray. Good
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Ray.
you very much.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Ray. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Ray.
Thank you.